What does this boil down to, Dav? Is it just a complete lack of confidence in their abilities? And that's why you have someone like a Stokes who is Test captain, who had to sort of grab the situation by the scruff of its neck. He clearly was undercooked earlier on in the tournament because he'd been away. When the signs were there in that Australia game as well, he was scrapping, at least he was fighting hard. And today, again, the first 50 weren't easy. I think we have Stokes' numbers. Let's bring that up. Let's also bring up Stokes' wagon wheel. He scrapped, and then when he sort of got the runs under his belt, the confidence was there. They also bowled a load of rubbish to him in the last 10 and allowed him to swing. Yeah. And as we've seen with Glenn Maxwell, when it comes off, it comes off.
Yeah, that's true. But you know, I was going to make the point with, you asked the question, why is it happening? And you know, you began to also say, is it lack of confidence? Well, lack of confidence, definitely, but also really badly out of form as your captain. You know, like that shot that he played is just, it just reflects a really, really badly out of form player. So, you know, I'm really worried. Honestly, I think, you know, that they're not that serious. And if it wasn't for the captain of the Test team to come and save them, along with Wokes, then they're in all sorts.
Okay, before we look at this, because Dav is talking about Jos Buttler's form, we do have a graphics of the missing England batters at this World Cup. And that tells you a story. It's these missing England batters who have perhaps been a major factor in England going missing. We'll go full frame on this. And I'm going to look at all these numbers here. And what surprises me is first Joe Root. He started off very well, and then it just went away from him. And you would expect somebody of Joe Root's caliber to actually find a way to pull this off. Jos Buttler started off again, got an important innings with Joe Root in that defeat against New Zealand, Dav. But then atrocious. Moeen Ali didn't get a game mostly, and when he has got a game, he hasn't looked like...
5 innings.
He hasn't looked like being the player we know, who was playing earlier this year in India for the Chennai Super Kings. And at the top of the order, Bairstow as well. Big disappointment. These are 4 players who were integral to them winning the last World Cup.
That's right. If you say, let's look at a base score of 20, anything above 20. You got Bairstow 3 times over 20. Joe Root 3 times over 20. Buttler twice over 20. Moeen Ali once over 20. You know, like that's just terrible.
The Netherlands batters have better scores than this.
Yeah, for you know, a team that was defending their title and came over on the plane with a what everyone thought was a very strong team. Their output of runs has been really disappointing.
Jos Buttler, captain of England. 43, 29, 15, 8, 10, 1, 5. You think he needs to take himself out of the firing line and drop himself?
Won't be the first. Wouldn't be the first.
Will he be brave enough to do it? He's said, he's admitted, I am one of the reasons England haven't done well in this World Cup. Then why isn't he dropping himself?
He'll earn more respect by doing that, in my opinion. And I would like to think that he would instigate that discussion. It would be better if it's coming from him, because I can bet you there'll be a lot of other guys in that room looking at these numbers and saying, you know, if you weren't captain, you wouldn't be playing, mate. You know. So
does he have a right to go at a Bairstow, a Root, a Moeen Ali with these numbers?
As captain, you have to show concern about that. It's how you communicate it, because you yourself are guilty. At least he said it publicly. So, you know, they can't come back at him and say, hey, you're having a go at us, but you're not having a go at yourself. Well, he's done that. So he's taken the pressure off himself in that way. But surely he'd have every right to, you know, to have some sort of dialogue to get the other guys to score. But I think really, you know, he would earn a lot more respect if he brought up that conversation about, listen, lads, I think I better step down and let Jonny Bairstow put the gloves on, and let's bring in you know, Liam Livingstone, who can hopefully, you know, do better than me.